Tonight is also youth football night here at James Ware Stadium. Making their way onto the playing surface are members of the local youth football program, players and cheerleaders to line up beside their high school counterparts. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand to your future Belle, Vernon area members. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to wish a special happy birthday to one of those players, Jackson Shawley. Happy birthday, Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to tell you that the BVA Youth Wrestling sign-ups will be taking place next Tuesday from 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock at the Cedar Creek Football Practice Field. Additional info will also be available on Peach Jar. Again, the BVA Youth Wrestling sign-ups being held at Cedar Creek Football Practice Field next Tuesday from 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock. Also a reminder that you can help fight childhood hunger tonight by donating to the Bag Brigade. High school students from the Futures Mind Club are taking donations for the Bag Brigade tonight. Find them. They are wearing white t-shirts with big smiles on their faces, ready to take their donation. At halftime, you can find them at the top of the stairs. There are donation cans at each of the concession stands where you can give throughout the game. Playing across the middle.
Wow.
Nice one-handed catch. Just carrying defender, staying on his feet is Clutter.
Looks like he's going to get into the end zone.
Stafford at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone.
He's got one man to beat. He does. A nice ball there. Here they're going to give the ball right in the middle to a huge hole.
Send him a postcard. He's way out of here.
You are looking live at James Weir Stadium here in Ross Shaver, Pennsylvania, as the CUTV's Game of the Week is covering the Greensburg Salem Golden Lions taking on the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Welcome into the broadcast. I am Danny Beck, and joined alongside me tonight is Devin Garina. And Devin, we have a fantastic game today between two teams in the Big 8 Conference here in the 4A of the Whippeal. Two teams going at it here tonight.
Yes, this is looking forward to be a good game here. Two top-notch teams in their own division. This is basically fighting for second place, seeing who can reach first.
Yeah, definitely. In the Big 8, really led by TJ Thomas Jefferson, but the last game for both of these sides, Greensburg Salem got their 692nd school win as they defeated the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 48-21. In that game, they had a monster third quarter. They scored 21 unanswered points.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I think this Greensburg team is a second-half team. They kind of slack off and try to find their rhythm early, and they just can't until halftime. They get a little wake-up call by the coach, and they come out here and dominate in the second half.
And for Belle Vernon, it was much of the same as they took on Indiana and got the victory 49-14. That was a monster third quarter for them as well. They scored 27 points, and Mason Pasco, 2 touchdowns, 197 yards rushing on the ground is a huge victory for them. And like you mentioned, this is really going for second place, running at that TJ team that's really led this conference for quite a few years.
Yeah, it's going to be hard trying to catch TJ, but this game should be really good because with two of the top-tier rushing or halfbacks in the whole Whippeal, leading with Pasco at third in rushing yards, we should see a lot on the ground here today. And if they can incorporate some passes in, then we should see a good game.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be a good game with Jared Hartman at the helm for the Leopards. Last season between Belle Vernon and the Golden Lions, Belle Vernon came on the winning side of that one, 34-7. That was in Greensburg, Salem, so back in the confines of their home stadium. We're going to be able to see if Belle Vernon can continue this going. But that's all we have for this open. Kickoff is next here from Ross Shaver, Pennsylvania on CUTV's Game of the Week.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentley. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Tappan. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. That's Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Are you a visual storyteller?
The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide on-site training as we help you develop your skills as a visual multimedia storyteller for the Cal Times newspaper and CUTV News Center. To learn more about visual journalism opportunities and join our team, visit our media production facility in the Natali Student Center or email the Cal Times at caltimes@calu.edu.
Hello and welcome back to James Weir Stadium. You can hear the sirens behind us as the Leopards come onto the field, American flags in tow. So it's going to be a good game here, Devin. This crowd involved.
Yeah, this is something unique to see here. They go all the way down 100 yards and get those legs warmed up, and we'll see how they can do on the field.
They're looking to have an explosive first drive of this game. Here we can look at the tail of the tape. 3-1 overall for the Leopards. On the other side, the Golden Lions sitting at 2-3. Look at that home record, 1-1 for Belle Vernon here at home, like we mentioned before. And for Greensburg Salem, 2-2, or excuse me, 0-1 on the road.
Yeah, the points against for Belle Vernon is 14, so I feel like they can shut down this Greensburg team early if they get out to a big lead and they don't let Greensburg come back like they did in the last game with the third quarter splurge of points here. And then the points they're just a dominant team on offense, so that will come naturally with Belle Vernon, especially on the ground with the Mason Pasco behind, and we'll just see how that works.
Mason Pasco has 72 touches of the football this season, 734 yards, as you mentioned in the open, Devin. He's the third leading rusher in the WPIAL, and he's just one of those guys, once he touches the football, he gets his feet moving, that first move right at the line of scrimmage, and then it's off to the races. And we saw that last season, actually the last time we were here in Belle Vernon, as they took on Trinity last season. That was the PCN game, and you can see right there on your screen, Mason Pasco, their big guy, a little bit of Ezekiel Elliott-esque in pregame with the jersey rolled up. You can see his midriff, his stomach, whatever. He's a rusher that's similar to Ezekiel Elliott, especially with those rushing yards.
Yeah, especially the same number there as he is on the Cowboys. So it should be very interesting to see these two, these two running backs will be going at it the whole game, and it will be interesting to see how these two teams on defense evolve to this rushing game.
And you mentioned Aaron Putt. Last game against Laurel Highlands, he exploded for a 77-yard run en route to their 48-21 victory. And that Laurel Highlands team isn't a team to sleep on, as we talk about it on our high school roundup show. You guys talk about it a lot. I'm not really an intricate part as I was in the past, but you're taking over my spot on that high school roundup set, and with Stephen Ruffing being that Laurel Highlands Mustang faithful, it's just one of those teams, you can't overlook in the Big 8 Conference. But you also can't overlook this beautiful weather that we're having here tonight. 75 degrees, 5 to 10 mile per hour wind, and 15% rain, or chance for rain. But it's a beautiful night for football. And you look in the distance, you can kind of see this ombre effect with the blue going down to purple over there in the distance.
Yeah.
So it's just a beautiful night. But you don't have to adjust your eyes or the color on your TV set. That is gold turf. We just have to mention, it's very new for us. I believe this is the third year that they've had the gold turf. Maybe third or fourth year. I believe my freshman year was the first year. But CUTV did the first ever game at Belle Vernon with the gold turf, and this is a fantastic stadium for football. We're kind of up on a little bit of a hill, but this is a great atmosphere for a football game, and we saw that as both teams were running out onto the field. But you can hear right there, Greensburg Salem won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half, so Belle Vernon will touch the football first. And you're mentioning, Devin, that this Greensburg Salem team, one of those teams that likes to get hot in the second half. So this is setting it up perfectly with getting the ball in the second half.
Yes, this is all a part of their scheme. They really want to use that to their advantage. If they do stop Belle Vernon on this first drive and end up scoring, they can explode in the third and maybe get a bigger lead.
And this is a team odd for the Greensburg Salem Lions. This is a team, a very young team. We see a few juniors. Their junior quarterback, Trent Patrick, rushed already this season for 207 yards. I believe he's the second leading rusher on this the Greensburg Salem team. 207 yards, averages 3.6 yards per carry. So also can throw the rock, 37 of 73, 564 yards and 7 touchdowns. But we mentioned it, these running backs for both sides, that is going to be the focus here tonight.
Yes, it definitely is going to be the focus, and the defense is going to be the focus, especially these linebackers on both teams. They need to be able to stop the running backs and be able to read what hole they're going through.
It definitely will be interesting. And back to receive these kicks are Larry Calloway, he's a junior, as well as Mason Pasco, the senior leading rusher for the Leopards here tonight. We're going to see what they can do on the opening kickoff as the game of the week is up and away. Now we get this one started with Calloway. Calloway finding some space up the middle of the field, finding space for himself out to the 50-yard line. He's going to be spun around and brought down in Greensburg Salem territory. A great way to start off this game for the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Yeah, that's just a great run there, trying to find all the holes to get through, and just couldn't get past that kicker at the end there, and that's not what you want to see. It's a great heads-up play by the kicker, but if you are a return man here, you want to be able to juke this man out with ease, but kind of took the wrong route there and got a shoulder, took off.
A 6', 190 frame of Larry Calloway couldn't shrug the kicker. See it in all levels of football, but on that one, a touchdown saving tackle from the kicker. You see there on your screen, Jared Hartman, 6'1", 210. He's a monster out there on the field, but Pasco's going to get this one to start the game and find some space for himself, starting the game with a touchdown. First touch of the football, Mason Pasco finds pay dirt.
Just excellent blocking by the offensive line there. I could have drove a truck through that hole right there. It was just an easy run for Mason Pasco there on that one.
A great way to start off this game. An explosive first touch of the football on the kick return, and then he touches the football, just takes it all the way to the end zone untouched. But the Leopards, this is how they wanted to start this game. And now we're going to see number 88, Cameron Guess, the junior kicker, on the field to attempt the PAT. It is up and through the uprights. The score is 7-0 Leopards in this one to start the game of the week. Stay tuned right here on CUTV and CUTV Sports 1.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichael's versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Hello and welcome back to CUTV's Game of the Week here from James Weir Stadium. And a great way to start off this game, Mason Pasco burst through the line of scrimmage. I believe that was a 48-yard run for a score. A great way to start off this game for the Leopards, as now they're going to be kicking away to the Golden Lions. Welcome back into the broadcast. I am Danny Beck. Once again, Devin Garina on the call, as this one is kicked away right at the 2-yard line, and that is where Dominique Davis will get this one for the Lions, reverting backwards just a little bit, has some blockers upfield, going along the sideline now. For both teams, great kick returns, great special teams, as actually that was number 21, Tyler Williams. And we're going to take one more look at this replay. Mason Pasco, Ezekiel Elliott, we were talking about that pregame.
Yeah, look at that hole right there. Gets right up, and he's running downhill from there. Nobody in sight. Just tucking that ball away just in case somebody did try and poke the ball out. But
That was a great way to start off this game, and now we're going to see Trent Patrick at the helm for the Golden Lions, and they're going to keep it himself. Second leading rusher on this team. Why not take it himself? Almost stayed on his feet, but he will go down at just about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he almost landed on that dude's back and flipped up. Could have been out for the touchdown, but if he wasn't down there. But, yeah, right there you could see his elbow did hit the ground. And hopefully this Salem team can answer back.
And that's going to be marked at the 45-yard line, so fresh set of downs yet again for the Golden Lions. Gets the ball and gives it over to Aaron Putt. Putt working upfield. This running back can do the same thing as Pasco, as some laundry flew out for the first time here tonight. We're going to see what this one is called on the field, likely a holding. You see that in those situations.
Yeah, the wide receiver looked like he got his shoulders around there. His arms around his shoulders there at the end. Try to get that block, but you always want to stay inside the shoulder pads and push out. But as you can see here,
it is a holding on the offense. So marching right back to the 50-yard line. So still decent field position. Just replay of first down.
Yeah, you can see here he takes it to the outside, and it's right there on the edge. You can see he has both shoulder pads and drags him down to the ground.
And that was Tyler Williams on the hold, moving one man in motion. Patrick is going to give it over to number 22, Jalen Page. Page gets across the 50-yard line, so positive field position. Now it looks like they're going to be down at just about the 46-yard line. So that is where they're going to start the second touch of this possession.
Great read by Belle Vernon here, just sticking with the ball, keeping the eye on the ball, knowing that the quarterback does not have it, and getting the tackle in the backfield.
Working across the set was Jalen Page on that one. Couldn't find some space for himself, but now we're going to see if Trent Patrick slow this offense down just a little bit, get their feet underneath them after that crazy start to this game for the Leopards. Patrick now dropping back. He's going to throw it over to number 1, DeJuan Herzog. Herzog going backwards on that. You don't want to do that. Start their first possession reverting backwards.
Yeah, you do not want to do that. That's something that I would try in Madden. If I had Mike Vick in 07 on my team, I would try to go back around, and you just don't want to do that if you're a running back. You kind of want to get positive yards, get the most yards you can in a situation like this one.
Patrick on that one had the right opportunity, but then again, great defense for the Leopards. I was talking about the running backs for both of these teams, but you highlighted the defense because of the fact that to slow down these running backs, both teams have some pretty good rushers. So now we're going to see what they can do. The Golden Lions on 3rd and 16, ball on the 49-yard line. Patrick staying in the pocket, tossing this one deep, and on that one, good defense yet again. Right there to get in the way was Larry Calloway, so a two-way player for the Leopards. Not preventing that one from being a big play on that one, Devin.
Yeah, Belle Vernon read that one good, and it was good blocking. Greensburg Salem, they had a lot of time to throw that ball, and he could have just held it a little bit more so he could get open, but kind of just rushed it and overthrew him on that one. And now they will have to punt here.
And Matt Humbert, the head coach for the Leopards, highlighted that in an article written by the Trib. Was talking about just how Patrick can stay in the pocket, be focused, and look downfield. So now we're going to see a punt away here.
Almost blocked.
Almost blocked is right, Devin, and the Leopards are going to receive it at just across the 20-yard line, bringing it out to the 22. And this great start for the Leopards. We're going to see if they can continue that here in the second possession.
Yeah, if their offensive line can block, they will be able to score a touchdown here. But as you look at the standings here in the Big 8, Thomas Jefferson 4-0, they're up top. Big dogs flexing their muscles. Greensburg, Salem 2-0 and 2-3. West Mifflin tied, and Belle Vernon 2-1 and 3-1. That's a top four. Those top four teams are really good, and this could be a toss-up in the end.
It definitely could be, as now we're going to see a keep by Jared Hartman. Hartman's going to burst forward for about a gain of 6 on the play. And just to highlight something else, in the Big 8 Conference, Ringgold, surprise, 0-5. They had a new head coach move from Aliquippa. So just coming over, and he really can't connect with his team right now. But on that one, Hartman pushing forward and picking up positive yards. You want to keep moving forward. on that possession, and now Pasco bursts through yet again. Pasco creating some more space for himself out past the 40-yard line, has 2 men to beat at the 20-yard line, now at the 10-5 into the end zone. Second touchdown, second touch for Mason Pasco.
Yeah, that's just an amazing run by Mason Pasco there. He jumped over a line, I think it was a linebacker there, or a defensive lineman. He just jumped over, busted to the outside, and outran that dude at the end and got in the end zone.
And Mason Pasco coming into this game is the third leading rusher in the WPIAL. Likely boasting his stats on that one, Devin.
Yes, definitely indeed. As you can see here, he did jump over. Yeah, he jumped right in between them and just busted to the outside. As you can see, switching hands there. That's what you love to see in a running back. And all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And all the way into the next neighborhood was that kick. And that PAT is good. 14-0 in favor of the Leopards. Stay tuned for CUTV's Game of the Week right here on CUTV Sports 1.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hello and welcome back. There is the man on your screen of the night, Mason Pasco. 2 huge runs and 14 points on the board for the Leopards. Welcome back into the broadcast. Danny Beck and Devin Garina yet again here in James Weir Stadium on the gold turf in Ross Shaver, Pennsylvania, as Greensburg Salem has another opportunity to answer back on that explosive run from Mason Pasco yet again. Here's another look at the touchdown. Devin, break this one down.
Yeah, this one is just amazing vision by Pasco here. Jumps over, busts outside, and all the way to the end zone here. He's trying to pat them stats right now. He's feeling it. He wants every touch in this game. And he is the third leading rusher in the WPIAL with 734 yards. Not as of now, obviously, with them 2 touchdowns.
And it's obvious that senior mentality for Pasco. He wants to get into the end zone, help the Leopards get back to the WPIALs as they did last season. Early exit as they got blanked against Thomas Jefferson 27-0 in the first round. But now we're going to see here a throw from Trent Patrick. Staying on his feet, there's a flag down, but a man wide open. He's going to be out of bounds. Having that awareness along the sidelines, but we're going to see what this flag is. And Devin, I looked down for just a second, and you saw the flags come out relatively quick.
Yes, you did, because I think the one lineman had a hold and dragged him down with him as he was trying to tackle the quarterback on that one, so it might be a hold on Salem here.
We're going to see an inadvertent face mask against Belle Vernon. So they're going to have a first down yet again. We're going to look at this replay, see if we can snip this one out, Devin.
Yeah, here I thought the nose guard right here, I thought there's the face mask right there. So I was wrong there. That was a great clean block and just bad mistake by this Belle Vernon defense.
But once again, we were talking about Trent Patrick being calm in the pocket. He stayed in there, stayed on his feet, pushed away the face mask, and got a throw down field as Aaron Putt pushes forward, and it looks like he'll be right at the first down marker, and they're going to give him the first down on the run. So move those sticks. Positive progress down the field. That's something that Greensburg Salem is going to have to do, because it seems like every time Pasco touches the football, he gets into the end zone.
Yeah, and they want to take these drives and drag them out as long as they can, so they can take as long as they want, so they can take the ball away from Belle Vernon, so they don't have enough time to score.
Just about 4.5 minutes have ticked off the clock as now number 22, Jalen Page, for the Golden Lions, picks up a gain of 5. With a different look. Aaron Putt not rushing the football.
Yeah. If you have Putt back there, you want to use him as a distraction. In this case, you want to be able to give the ball off to number 22 here and then fake the ball to Putt, and hopefully that everybody goes after Putt and he will have an open one. But that Belle Vernon defense just eyed him down and ball hawked it.
Yeah, good job from the ends of Belle Vernon. It looks like the Golden Lions, and as flag pops out, Golden Lions have been pushing the ball outside the hash marks. They've been rushing the football up the middle where they've been finding a little bit more success. A little bit of encroachment on that one. As another first down, more help from Belle Vernon. Greensburg Salem moving in the right direction.
Yeah, this Belle Vernon defense needs to keep that penalty bug away because this Greensburg Salem can score, and they will take advantage of these penalties.
Haven't seen big play potential out of Greensburg Salem thus far in this contest. One man in motion. Page it again, but Putt is going to get the football. Almost faked me out as he pushes forward. As I almost said, a little bit too early. They're trying to rush in the middle on that one. Belle Vernon right there to gobble him up.
Yeah, as you look at the replay here, I thought it was going to be a keeper, but ended up being a Putt. And that was a good read by the quarterback there because there was a defensive lineman just waiting for him in the hole there.
Yeah, that was big number 69, Hayden Barron, a 6'2" junior, 255, outsized quarterback for Greensburg Salem. Now a little bit of trickery as Page has this one thrown down, huge hit. Flags come out on the play though.
Yeah, another great read by this Belle Vernon defense here, as you can see. This little fake scoop right here, and right there he just sheds off the block and throws him to the ground. Eats a little turf there on that one, Danny.
Yeah, it definitely eats a little turf, but on that one, the offense going backwards, trying to eat up off this clock, could not do it as moving back yet again. But these Golden Lions, big, just trying to slow down Mason Pasco. That might be a big task for them here tonight.
Yeah, they need to crash that defensive line, and hopefully that their linebackers can stay in it and try and catch up to him because he will break out.
Catch up is right, as he already has scored 2 touchdowns tonight. Staying in the pocket, but not in the right way, as actually now Belle Vernon has the football. Number 51, that is Kirk Populus coming up with the pigskin on that one. Looks like he just picked the pocket of quarterback Trent Patrick.
Yeah, as you can see here, it just kind of fell out of his arm there. Good read by the defensive player right there, going straight for the ball and not going for that cheap hit.
Great field position now for Belle Vernon. This is the best field position they've had all night to start a possession. You know, with Mason Pasco back there, you got to think that this is going to go to him yet again, Devin. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe the farther away from the end zone, the better for this Belle Vernon offense, because we've seen 40-plus yard runs by, as you can see, a little trickery here.
And Pasco throws the football. It still scores. Yeah, this time throwing the football over to number 17, Hunter Rukinen, and there is a flag on the play. But Pasco on that one was hit pretty hard. We're going to see ineligible receiver downfield. Rukinen was wide open, so now we're going to see right here, Pasco fakes the run, going to get knocked right in the helmet. But Rukinen was wide open, little step back, and finessed his way into the end zone, but illegal play on that one, so that'll erase that score. Almost could have said that Mason Pasco could do it with his arm, could do it with his feet. Yep. Doesn't matter as long as he has the football in his hands.
Yes, exactly. He can do it any way he wants.
Jared Hartman, the junior quarterback, out there on the field for the Lepers yet again. We're going to see if he'll control this football, and he's going to give it off yet again to Larry Callaway. Callaway finding some success for himself. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, add 1 yard onto that, so erase the flag and get some positive progress.
Yeah, here on this one, you can see everybody is focused on Pasco here. They're just trying to delay that sweep, and then they just get beat off the side at the end here, and they get back to basically the line of scrimmage after the penalty.
A little I formation set for the Leopards with big number 42, Nico Kuntz, right in front of Pasco as Pasco runs out to the left. Going to drop back and look to throw. The ball was behind, so Greensburg, Salem actually, Belle Vernon's going to come up with the football. Hartman, a little bit too high for his intended receiver, Nolan Labuda, excuse me. We're going to see what happened here. A little bit off the screen, but the ball fumbles around, and Labuda eventually falls onto the football, so the Leopards will continue their drive down the field, but not without going backwards, so kind of tack that penalty right back on.
Pretty much.
Hartman under center yet again. Fake to give to Pasco. Hartman staying in the pocket. He's going to get swarmed by a few Golden Lions, staying on his feet and then thrown down. Whistles were already blown, but that is where fourth down will end up. We're going to see right here on the replay how that play was broken down.
Yeah, as you can see here, if you're the quarterback here, you want to look back at Pasco. He's been scoring all game, and he was wide open on that one and just didn't turn his head.
Now we're going to see the special teams for the Leopards onto the field for their first time tonight. Didn't really have to utilize them other than PATs, but now they have to punt this one away. To receive this punt is number 1, DeJuan Herzog.
Yeah, that was a great stop for Greensburg Salem, and hopefully they can get some points on the board.
Herzog doesn't look like he's going to have a ability to touch this football as it's taking a Leopards roll out to just about the 5-yard line, and that is where Greensburg Salem is backed up, and we're going to back up their record here with their schedule. Devin, coming into this game on a 1-game win streak.
Yeah, and it was a big win, though, against that Laurel Highlands team, as you said earlier. Great offensive team, great defensive team all around. And this team just showed that they can put the beating down and kind of flex their muscles a little bit, that they can score as well.
Aaron Putt and Trent Patrick make up most of these rushing attempts, 56 and 57 attempts respectively, totaling 637 yards between the two. So this run game is big here tonight as Patrick will push forward and try to tack on to those rushing yards. Looks like he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, if not losing one on the play. But, you know, Devin, this team, a lot of runners, and they can get into the end zone as well.
Yeah, this team looks like a really rush-heavy offense here. Not a lot of passes, as we saw earlier. The one was overthrown and the one was out of bounds. So maybe they're just putting faith in that run game right now, and hopefully this offensive line can make some holes so they can get a big play.
And we mentioned in the open, Trent Patrick, 37 of 73 this season in terms of passing attempts. Haven't seen him throw the pigskin much here tonight. Running forward yet again and nothing doing as the Leopards were right there to stop Patrick in his tracks. But we've seen him score 7 touchdowns already and throw for 564 yards. And he's been strong in the pocket, though. We haven't seen him really get erratic, haven't seen him move outside of the pocket. Very confident back there, but his receiver is not on the same page.
Yeah, he's very poised back there, kind of a Tom Brady look in there. He trusts his O-lineman, and hopefully they can get a big first down on this one.
They're backed up against their own goal line as over to Herzog. Herzog trying to pick up this first down. He's going to get right at the line. We're going to see where they mark this one, although there is a flag. And it looks like it'll be called on number 55, Joseph Gongaware, as he was downfield and looked like almost holding on that play. As they're pointing over to Greensburg Salem, we're going to see what this call is out there on the field. So 2 penalties on the play. They're going to offset. So third down yet again. It's going to be third down and 11. Ball on the 4-yard line. You're the offensive coordinator, Devin. What are you drawing up here? Big play?
Yeah, I'm doing play action streak here. I'm just going to lob it up to my receiver. Hopefully he can get to it. Hopefully he can beat that corner. And you do have putt in the backfield, so maybe you can fake him out a little bit.
Out wide is Kavon Trout, a junior wide receiver, 6'3", 210. So we're going to see what they're going to draw up. They're going to give it over to us, a little bit of a sweep on that play. And Jalen Page couldn't pick up the first down, but they're going to pick up a few more yards for their special teams unit to punt this one away for the Golden Lions. And once again, we haven't seen Trent Patrick staying in the pocket on that one. They elected to run around the outside, still outside those hash marks. They're having success inside those numbers, but they're going to continue to push it out wide with no success.
Yeah, if I'm them, I want to get some play action post routes, maybe to get over the middle, because that middle does look open.
Ryan Thomas to punt this one away. Having some pressure, the ball is going to fly out, and there's actually going to be a flag called. So we're going to see here if they can pick up some free yards from a penalty.
Yeah, he was hit high on that one, so it could be roughing the kicker. And it did get tipped first, so I don't know if that still is a penalty.
No flag. Great eyes and great judgment on that one, Devin. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage going into this game for Belle Vernon. 2 straight wins. They open up this season on August 31st against a big win against a fellow CUTV alum. That was Tom Catton's Ambridge team on the losing end of a 43-0 result.
Yeah, 49 is their number there in the last 2 weeks. Let's see if they can get up there in this one. Probably if they keep running like this.
And great field position yet again for this Leopards offense in the I formation set. See here as Hartman back on the field for Belle Vernon. Under center, they're going to give it to Pasco. Pasco right up the middle of the field, right up the gut. That one the first time that Pasco's had his progress shut down early, but still picking up a good chunk of yards on first down. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, you want to see this right here. He can do it all. He can put his shoulder down and take some hits too, not just bounce to the outside and score. So he's a nitty-gritty running back. So that's what you like to see if you're Belle Vernon right now, halfway through this season almost, and you're just looking at the future here like, we have a good gem right now, and he's working.
Definitely do, and they have a sophomore, Dane Anden, another guy that they can call his number. But Pasco right up the middle of the field, pushes forward, puts his head down. There is a flag out there on the field. Looks like it was just at the line of scrimmage, likely a holding, and it will be against Belle Vernon. So moving backwards, you can see here on your screen, can call the number out. Almost looks like number 70 right there.
Yep, right there you can see he holds the shoulder pad there. But look, again, Pasco putting his shoulder down, getting that first hit. He wants the contact and then puts his hand out for the stiff arm there on that one. So just great running, but unfortunate for this Belle Vernon.
And Pasco, 5'7", 170 pounds, but he's running looking like Ezekiel Elliott. We mentioned that before in the pregame. We're going to keep hammering that home to the viewers, just how strong of a runner he is.
Yes, and especially because I'm an Ohio State fan, so I have to say.
Forgot what I was feeding into.
Yeah, so I have to say Ezekiel Elliott.
Forgot what I was feeding into, but now we're going to see a new runner, number 2, Larry Calloway. Comes in at 6'1", 190, so a little bit of a stronger guy out there for the Belle Vernon Leopards. He can do the same in the running department. He'll pick up first down, erase that penalty.
Yeah, right here, as you can see, the blockers making a big hole for them, and then it just all collapses right there. He tries to spin out of it, but can't stay on his feet.
And this Belle Vernon team and their linemen last season carried them all the way to the first round of Whitfield playoffs. They took a quick exit against TJ, their fierce rivals there in the Big 8 Conference. Callaway gets the call yet again. Callaway finding some space over to the right side, gets to the 5-yard line, actually marked at the 6-yard line, and that is where the Leopards will go down for, I believe that will bring up fourth down. A situation, you're back there, you can say you don't get this one. It's a short one. It's about a 4th and 3. If you don't get this one, you can back up the Golden Lions. in their own field position, but that will end the first quarter of play. A great first quarter for the Belle Vernon Leopards, with Mason Pasco recording 2 touchdowns. And we mentioned before, high school roundup. Devin, you took my spot. I have a little bit of obligations, but you took my spot this year. You're doing a great job on there, breaking down the highlights, standings, top plays. You're cutting all the highlights for CUTV. And speaking of those highlights, here's some highlights that you're going to be breaking down on High School Roundup. So a little bit of a teaser for those fans at home.
Yeah, here you go. You see Belle Vernon coming out right away. And if you're just joining us here, it's 14-0. So you could see this Belle Vernon team was ready from the beginning, holding up them American flags. They're ready for war. But yeah, as you were saying, this High School Roundup show, I really like it, and I kind of want to take over if I could. And as you see here, Mason Pasco all the way in for the touchdown. That was just big, wide open hole there for Belle Vernon's offensive line. As he puts his hands in the air, he's like, "Who's going to tackle me?" As he's here, he jumps over. Mason Pasco again, all the way to the end zone. He sees one dude. He's like, "Yeah, I'm outrunning this guy." And he gets into the end zone. So High School Roundup, great show, great people on the show. If you do not know what it is, tune in, CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube, and see some handsome faces on there.
Very handsome faces, led by our own Devin. Well, it's led by Stephen Ruffing, but, Steve's doing volleyball right now if he's tuning in. But also if you're tuning in at Loggerheads, thanks for joining us. We got a little bit of a Roku over at Loggerheads, so thanks for tuning in to our CUTV Game of the Week here tonight. Great action with Belle Vernon up on Greensburg, Salem, 14-0.
Yeah, and even where we're from on the eastern side of the state, we have people watching, my family as well. So I would like to say hi to my dad right now and my mom, maybe my sister, she's open, and hi to Colin's mom and dog.
And the puppy.
So,
High School Roundup puppy.
So both sides of the states can have some fun watching.
Honestly, all over the country if you're watching here on CUTV Sports 1. And all over the country is where Mason Pasco is running here tonight as he gets into the end zone yet again. Third score for the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Yeah, he's a dominant running back right now. He's looking at the third spot, and he wants to get the first in the WPIAL rushing yards. But right here, as you can see, and we don't give enough credit to the linemen of Belle Vernon, and it's just amazing to see a hole that big get made so quick for the running back, and you just love to see that if you're Belle Vernon's offensive line coach.
And having that vision at the line of scrimmage, that senior running back for Belle Vernon, he is just showing his seniority as the kick is up. Fumbled around a little bit, but they're going to get this PAT anyways. 21-0, Belle Vernon all over the Golden Lions here from James Weir Stadium. Stay tuned for more action right here on CUTV and CUTV Sports 1.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichael's versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium. Score is 21-0 thanks to that man on your screen, Mason Pasco. This Belle Vernon Leopards team is all over the Golden Lions here early with 11:56 remaining before halftime. Once again, Danny Beck and Devin Garina on the call. Belle Vernon kicks this one away, deep kick. And Greensburg Salem is going to go into the end zone for a touchback, but Devin, let's take one more look at this replay, how Mason Pasco is allowed to get wide open, bursting right through the line of scrimmage thanks to that offensive line.
Yeah, as you can see, this right guard, Colin Paluda, maybe? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but you did a great job, buddy, right there, leading your man to go right into the end zone there, making a wide open hole for him. So shout out to you, and shout out to that whole offensive line doing a great job for Mason Pasco.
Fantastic job from the first time this team was out on the goal turf. Gets into the end zone on the first touch. So Mason Pasco, definitely the man to watch for a reason. As now with Aaron Putt going backwards, out of bounds, ball pops out, but nothing doing on that run. About a loss of 7 on the play, Devin. That's not the way you want to go, especially when you're down 21 points here before halftime.
Yeah, and this early game slump that Greensburg has is not going to hold up against this Belle Vernon team. As you can see, 21-0. And this Belle Vernon team, this defense is just figuring out what this offense is going to do. They know that they can rush the ball, and they know that they want to rush the ball, so they're kind of crashing the line here. And you just want to see a couple passes from Greensburg, see what they can do in the air.
Trent Patrick back at quarterback for the Golden Lions, staying in the pocket, looks over to the left side, bounce off the chest protector. They're trying to make a switch just like our crew just did with Colin Kirkwood in the director's seat. So Gary Smith gets a little bit of a break here early, but Trent Patrick on that one looked left, went left, and the ball hit the gold turf.
Yeah, it was a great throw right in the chest there. If you're a wide receiver, you want to keep your hands out. You don't want that to go in between your hands there, as there's a sideline warning on Greensburg, I believe. So we'll see what this Greensburg offense can do now.
We have Dylan Godet there on the sideline taking pictures. Greensburg Salem voicing their frustration here early. See if they can switch this around on this possession. 3rd and 17. Patrick looking to throw, staying in the pocket, nice and poised. Over to the right side, out of the reach of Jalen Page. Had a wide open receiver down the field, and Tyler Williams couldn't find him, though, as 4th down, and the special teams unit trots out on the field.
Yeah, as you can see here, just a little high and outside, but it did go through the hands of the receiver there on that one. So you just hate to see that, because there was 2 people covering him. Over the top, there was a dude wide open. The safety didn't even crash yet, so you want to see a little farther. Maybe he's scared to throw that far ball. We're going to have to see if he will test the free safety and the safeties later in the game.
Nolan Labuda back for Belle Vernon to receive this punt. Low snap, handles it well, kicks this one away. And it will go backwards, not what Belle Vernon wants to see, but it will settle at just about the 50-yard line, so good field position for Belle Vernon to work with. They're used to being right at midfield, and they're used to getting into the end zone, as they already scored 3 times, thanks to Mason Pasco, and that's how this team will come back out onto the field. But Devin, a great game already here by Belle Vernon. We weren't really sure how this one would go. We thought it was going to be a back-and-forth action. But back-and-forth CUTV goes between each high school football game here today, obviously, at Belle Vernon. Next week, a big game, North Catholic at Elizabeth Forward, as well as Union at Carmichael's, West Mifflin at Ringgold, and Fraser at Beth Center to close out our season. We're over the hump. It's our fifth game that we're doing here for CUTV, as we had no game on August 31st because we were in Columbus, coming back, I believe, the day after we were in Columbus for the first game of the Vulcan season. But a great schedule we had here, and a great choice of games this season for Gary Smith and the rest of our crew.
Yes, as you can see, that West Mifflin game is a part of this whole thing, so you kind of want to see if West Mifflin can make a run if Greensburg Salem loses this game.
Yeah, and Greensburg Salem sitting at number 2 in the Big 8. West Mifflin sitting right in the middle. But Greensburg Salem, they're really just trying to solidify their spot, and if they want to, they have to have a monster second half of this game, because this first half looks like it's all Leopards.
First down and 10 Leopards from the Golden Line 35.
It's going to be the ball on the 35-yard line. Missed that switch. Thought it was going to be at the 50-yard line. A little bit of a penalty on that play likely, but Pasco gets the football via a throw from quarterback Jared Hartman on that one, and he'll pick up about a gain of 8 on the play. Coming up a little bit slow on that one was number 21, Tyler Williams.
As you can see here on the replay, Hartman, way to keep his eyes on Pasco, see if he's open. He is, passes the ball there, and Pasco tries to turn up the field, tries to keep the forward progress going as long as he wants and needs.
2nd and 3, ball on the 28-yard line with 10 minutes and 48 seconds left. Belle Vernon forced to take a timeout as there was only 3 seconds left on the play clock, but his team methodically working their way downfield and just chewing away at the yards as well as the clock. This Belle Vernon team just flexing their muscle in the running department. They just seems like the hot team coming into this game, running a 2-game win streak, and they're continuing that here in the Big 8. We mentioned just about West Mifflin, 2-3 overall, 2-0 in conference play, trailing Greensburg, Salem. But this Belle Vernon team, if they can utilize this victory, 3-1, it's still early, but we're just gonna 3-1 in overall play. We're just speculating what is really gonna happen. This second half team in Greensburg, Salem, interesting to see if they come back. Laurel Highlands, another team we talk about quite a bit on our high school roundup show, 2-3 overall, 0-2 in conference play, coming off of a loss last week to Greensburg, Salem. With this Belle Vernon team here tonight, looks like the stronger team, coming out very strong and very fast.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for this one. They came prepared, and they kind of, after that first run, it just blew up the whole system.
Hartman under center yet again, looking to throw, leading his wide receiver down the right sideline, out of the reach. And there is a flag coming out a lot a bit late, almost said a little bit late. That was a lot a bit late, as Nolan Labuda, the intended receiver on the play. We see a pass interference call here. That is a late flag. See what the officials are discussing.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Hartman there, leading him a little bit too much, but the holding, I think he could have had that. If it is defensive holding or pass interference, I think the wide receiver could have had that.
And it looks like it will be a hold against the defense if my eyes do not deceive me. It will be a hold on Greensburg Salem. And that is a first down, so more positive yards picking up thanks to the Golden Lions defense. Here we can see if we can get this hold right on the outside. Good vision there, Devin.
Yeah, right there, number one, just holding his shoulder pad, and that's not what you want to do if you're a defensive back. If you get beat, you gotta make up for it and not get this penalty.
Pasco right up the middle of the field. Fake to give to the outside was Hartman, and now another flag goes out as this frustration definitely voiced from Greensburg Salem.
Yeah, a little pushing and shoving on that one. So we'll see who started the whole thing and if they get the second man. Because usually in situations like that, they do get the retaliation and they throw the flag.
And now the official is jawing at Belle Vernon as well, kind of just saying you got to keep this game under control. We don't want to see this one break out.
Yeah, if you're Greensburg, you want to keep your composure. Down 21-0, I know it can get frustrating. Trust me. It's just the way of the game, the way of the road here. You got to be able to stop Mason Pasco in the backfield.
See what the call is. Personal foul against Belle Vernon, so a little bit of pushing and shoving after this one. We're going to see if we can see it on our screen here as Pasco gets the ball right up the middle. Force push down, looked like a bang-bang play right at the top of the screen.
Right at the top.
Saw a little bit of tugging. I don't know, is that where they're going to call it there, Devin?
No, I think it was a little bit outside of the screen. The top left could have been where they called it, but I think they did get the first person who started it because, as you can see, the defensive back there, he's throwing the flag off the field because the refs forgot to pick it up as they call this play dead and pick up the flag.
Not sure what. They're just throwing flags back and forth now. The officials, not sure what's going on. I don't think there's a flag. I think they're calling a timeout on the field. But you mentioned the defensive back threw the flag at the ref, and the ref threw the flag at another ref. So a little bit confusion. I ignited the timeout being called on the field. But this one we were talking about frustration. it's expected. You know, you come into this game, and on the first play of the game with Mason Pasco, the rusher that you really wanted to break out, broke out and got into the end zone. But there's our Twitter right there on your screen, Devin.
Yes, CUTV_PA. Follow us, and you can tune in and watch our beep boop fast, as we say. 1, 2, and 3 we have now. So it's just a collaboration of a lot of pictures sped up, took by Dylan Godet and Colin Kirkwood. I would like to get some shots in, try and work the camera here if I could. And you could see my daily, maybe not daily, but there's Dylan Godet there. And
Likely on Twitter.
yeah, probably on Twitter tweeting something out right now. But as you can see in the Beep Boop Fast, every week of high school, I do a little jump before the game. It's kind of a little tradition here, as it has become a tradition. So as we see this Belle Vernon team and both teams come back on, and the refs stop the play again to discuss something, we will see what they will come up with here. Maybe just getting something straight.
Second down, correction, second down.
And instead of third down, they're going to say second down for this Belle Vernon team. And let's see if Pasco, see if he can get into the end zone here.
Now one man in motion, that is Larry Calloway. Pasco gets the football, runs on the outside, staying on his feet, and tries to erase that penalty, but get another shot on third down.
Yeah, first he was lined up at fullback and it caught me off guard. I thought they took him off the field for a second, but kind of trickery here as they just fullback dive to him and he'd get a positive gain of yards, but they are all the way back, 3rd and 15 or 16 here. So let's see if they can convert.
3rd and 16, ball on the 24-yard line. Hartman gets the football, looking down the field, tries to go over to Mason Pasco. It's going to be into the arms of the Golden Lions. There's going to be a flag on the play, but they're pushing out past the 5-yard line to the 6-yard line. So this flag, there were 3 men in the area of Mason Pasco. Pasco just trying to adjust to the football in the air. Not sure if the flag will be called on Belle Vernon or the Golden Lions on that one. Few players going out for the football.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. We will look at it after the call is made, but I'm not sure about that one. It could be a toss-up either way because the ball was in the air, and I didn't see anybody touch him before he hit the ball, but kind of went over his head there and fell right into the defender's hands.
It's going to be a pass interference against, I believe, Greensburg Salem. Said the defense on that one. Belle Vernon would have switched over to the defense, but there is a trip right at the end of the play as Pasco was going out for the football and then eventually tried to halt the progress of the man who intercepted the football. But Belle Vernon and Jared Hartman will trot back out onto the field. Thought that was going to be Hartman's interception, but nonetheless get bailed out of that one.
Yeah, he did get decked there before the ball. He even turned around to see the ball, so that was a great call by the refs there. Now it's 3rd and 4.
That would have been Hartman's 2nd interception of the year, but erased that. Callaway staying on his feet. Great ball carrier for Belle Vernon. Evades one tackle, staying on his feet and pushing forward for a first down. Now 1st and goal for the Leopards.
Yeah, just great play here. Getting through that hole there. Greatly made by the offensive line, bouncing around and dodging tackles. So
9:15 and ticking to go before halftime. 1st and goal from the 2. You can hear the goal horn in the background. I believe that's the Penguins goal horn. And that score just a game tonight against Columbus. And getting into the end zone yet again, I believe that is Mason Pasco. And actually Larry Calloway, excuse me, was waiting on that one. You can see there on the replay, Calloway diving forward and getting into the end zone for another score for the Leopards.
Yeah, way to go head first into that one, looking a little bit of Marshawn Lynch-esque, jumping over the pile, kind of jumping through the pile on that one. But as you can see on this extra point, see if they can convert.
And the kick is up and good. So the score is 28-0. All Belle Vernon in this one. Stay tuned for some more Game of the Week action right here on CUTV and CUTV Sports 1.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hello and welcome back to James Weir Stadium here at Belle Vernon High School. Another score, 28-0. All Belle Vernon in this one. Just a quick shout out. We were giving shout outs here before, but shout out to my girlfriend Riley McGlumphy for listening here tonight. A host of other people across the state listening. We were giving out shout outs, but once again, Belle Vernon gets into the end zone and kickoff away to Greensburg Salem into the end zone. That's where Greensburg Salem will start their drive at the 20-yard line.
Danny, if you are Greensburg Salem, what do you want to do here?
Get into the end zone. I think it's the name of the game always, but Greensburg Salem here already haven't really had some forward progress. That first drive, they looked like they came out pretty confident, piecing some plays together with Aaron Putt, but since then, really haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, I think the pass game can really affect this Belle Vernon team.
Now with a run to the outside, that's a big run from Jalen Page. Page picks up about a gain of 8 on the play, likely to bring up a 2nd and 2. First positive yards in quite some time for the Golden Lions.
As you can see there, busts right to the outside, takes that tackle. It's a great open field tackle by the defensive back there, but you just want to get into the end zone, Greensburg. Please put some points on the board.
And how can you not do what Devin wants you to? Even pleading, just saying please. One man in motion now for the Golden Lions, out to the outside. Yet again, number 1, DeJuan Herzog. Herzog down across the 50-yard line, gets past the 45 into enemy territory. That's great pickup outside those tackles. Once again, they really hadn't had that much success. Really had those tackles on the inside. That's where they're gaining a lot of those positive yards, but that one breaks for a big play.
Yeah, they really love the jet sweep there and just have fast wide receivers that can just get down the field and do what they want. But if he breaks that, he's going to the end zone.
Good observation on that one. One man to beat. Pushed out of bounds. And now they're resetting the play clock to 8:12. About 19 seconds off. And our CUTV crew had that one right on. So good looks to them there in the truck right behind us. I believe that's Tom working the keyboard. Graphics guy here tonight. Actually, Gary, so looks to Gary, man down on that one. Number 21, Tyler Williams, behind the line of scrimmage. His knee hit the gold turf. So on that one, a completed pass from Trent Patrick, but Tyler Williams just couldn't keep his feet moving.
Yeah, he's not in the NFL yet, so you kind of can't be on the ground and have the knees on the ground if you catch the ball and get back up and score.
2nd and 12, ball on the 43-yard line in enemy territory. Patrick sends one man in motion yet again. That play worked the last time. Why not run it again? Herzog, though, faced up and stays on his feet and then eventually gets thrown down. So couldn't emulate that same success on a jet sweep yet again.
Yeah, if I'm the offense there, I want to try and fake this here because everybody is going towards the outside trying to shut it down, maybe flip it over to Putt so he can get some yards. Now they're all the way back behind midfield.
We thought it was going to be a matchup of the P's, Putt, and Pasco here tonight for either side, but really haven't seen that. It seems like Herzog, the 5'8", 160-pound halfback, is getting a lot of the calls. Patrick throws over to Putt. Putt trying to work upfield, cannot. So now a 4th down as the ball got out to the 46-yard line. So picking up positive yards, but not enough to move those sticks.
Danny, when if you're this Greensburg team, when are you going for it on 4th? Is it now?
I think it should be now, and the special teams get subbed out, but not listen to us, because right now they're just trying to get some momentum, and it seems like when there's this team comes off the field every once in a while, they're not able to, get their feet underneath them and pick up some positive yards. But bringing out this Belle Vernon team yet again, giving them more opportunities to get into the end zone. Labuda back to receive this kick, and that's where we'll receive it at the 10-yard line. Makes one move, and going backwards, Labuda keeping his feet moving, and then will be thrown down at just about the 7-yard line. So not where you want to see that one happen. I think it was a little bit of damage control on that play. That'll be a flag coming out. A little bit of jawing after that play. When you're down 28-0 before halftime in this contest, you definitely just want to keep a level head and not get frustrated.
And as you see on your screen right now, our YouTube page, most likely what you're watching right now on, and it's CUTV Sports 1, and that's where we do the high school roundup show. We have the Gary Dunn show. We do the Vulcans games, and we also do weekly high school football games here.
We also do a CUTV News Center. We did that earlier.
And also volleyball.
And volleyball, we're airing that on the PSAC network. I believe tomorrow we'll be doing a volleyball game on CUTV Sports 1. But there was unsportsmanlike conduct on Greensburg, Salem. So, a little bit of a disastrous situation with Belle Vernon starting a drive on the 7-yard line. Now they're going to bring it out to the 22-yard line.
It was kind of a good return then, if you look at it like that. Because I was going to say earlier, that's one of those plays where you kind of run 30 yards and you only get 2. So, bad mistake by this Greensburg team.
Definitely bad mistake, but we're going to see if Belle Vernon can make them pay. Greensburg-Salem once again just pointing out to the refs that there's still a flag out there on the field, so pick up your laundry. It's normally for my mom to say that to me, but not for officials. So now they're moving, I believe, the ball right to the middle of the field, actually over to the left hash mark. Just taking some more time for these officials to continue this game. Belle Vernon looking, if they can score on this one, we can go into a little bit of damage control for Greensburg-Salem. They'd be up big in this contest. Well, mercy rule territory, especially as Hartman moves out to the right, looking downfield, staying on his feet, throwing right and into the arms of a Golden Lion. Big play there from DeJuan Herzog. You're listed as a halfback, but a big cornerback play, getting the ball back for their offense.
Yeah, as you can see, this replay rolls out and sees him, passes it too late as he gets hit, kind of rushes it as he throws a duck there right into the defensive back's hands. So, and he's going to catch it because he is listed as halfback, you said, so he has the hands.
Sophomore Dane Anden, the intended receiver on that one for Hartman. Couldn't bring that one in. The Golden Lions now, this is a golden opportunity for them to get into the end zone, something that we were talking about earlier on that last possession with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left before halftime. Keeping it right up the middle is Trent Patrick trying to push forward. Think about a gain of 1 on the play, but in that situation, Aaron Putt, see on the replay if we have one, that Putt had some space in front of him, almost said some green space, but gold space in front of him for Aaron Putt. We're not going to have a replay on that one, but Putt was wide open on the left side of the field. And figure now in this situation, Devin, we were talking about going for it on fourth down. If they find themselves in a fourth down situation, I'd say now you got to go for it. Yeah, 5 minutes and 5 seconds before halftime.
Yeah, this is that fourth down territory, especially being down 28-0, as I believe they call a timeout here. So
just before a delay of game was called, that's their second timeout of the half, but that clock showed about 1 second. Smart play on offense to call the timeout before you reverted backwards. You see there on your screen some of the Greensburg Salem faithfuls, hopefuls, if you will, traveling out to Belle Vernon. And now we're going to look at Facebook at California University Television. Similar to our Twitter page, post a little bit of our content on there, as well as went Facebook Live earlier with our DJ Osmo. I was the only one, as Devin was eating some grub, getting some dinner before the game, so only saw me on Facebook Live. But go Facebook Live. We put some updates of where we are, what we're doing at CUTV. It's a great way for our family back at home. We were talking about your family and your parents watching. Great way to keep them connected, show them what we're doing other than just hanging out, going to classes, stuff like that, Devin.
Yeah, you love to be involved in this college stuff, and I love to be involved with CUTV. It's a great atmosphere. If you're not involved already, come down and see us. We don't bite.
As there is a flag on the play. That one's going to bite for Belle Vernon. I believe that will be offsides on number 7. He's, it looked like a linebacker, Jake Fine, actually a defensive back. And his encroachment. So that's a 5-yard penalty. Forward progress yet again for the Greensburg Salem Golden Lions here on the gold turf of James Weir Stadium. Scores 28-0. 5:01 left before halftime.
Yeah, hopefully this golden turf can give them a little golden magic right now, because they need a score before halftime. Because if they have one of those bursts in the third quarter, they could make a comeback if they go on a 21-0 run if they get a score here.
Now looking to throw. A little bit of a throw up in the air. A flag comes in. Trent Patrick just trying to lollipop one over the Leopards defense. We're going to see what the flag is on the field. Looks like the flag is in the defensive backfield. And we will have a replay of this one after the call. Holding on Belle Vernon, so a surprising play. I believe that will be a first down, so getting some opportunity to work down the field are the Golden Lions.
Yeah, you can see right there, both of them kind of held them back there, but the first one who does it gets caught, so that's just an unfortunate play by Belle Vernon.
Intended receiver was Kevon Trout. Now with Patrick looking to throw, rolling out to the right and into the arms. Great catch, picked it out of the air. DeJuan Herzog getting into the end zone for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, that was a great catch there. Way to go and put your body on the line for that touchdown. That's what you want to see out of your wide receiver there. And I was kind of freaking out here, as you can see in this replay. You have a wide open putt right here. Right there, he's wide open, and you're not even looking back, but he saw something I didn't, and that was Herzog in the back of the end zone there, and that's just a great layout for Herzog and a great touchdown by Greensburg.
Those sticky gloves out there on the field for the wide receiver coming in clutch. Kick is up, splits the uprights, 28-7 here from James Weir Stadium. Stay tuned for some more high school football action on CUTV.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium. Score is now 28-7 after the Golden Lions got on the board for the first time here tonight. Kicking away to Belle Vernon on special teams. Out past the 30-yard line, staying on his feet, past the 35 to the 36-yard line. We're going to take one more look at this replay, how the Lions found the end zone for the first time. Devin, break it down.
Yeah, you can see here they fake it to put. I thought he was going to throw it back to him, but sees Herzog downfield, and he just lays out for that touchdown. He really wanted it, and that's what you want in your offensive players and defensive players.
And Herzog also something that you mentioned, Devin. He's also the holder for the PATs. He has those sticky gloves. Why not use them in special teams as well?
As you can see, Belle Vernon back out on the field here, looking to score once again, as they were stopped on the last drive off a turnover, I believe. So let's see if they can make up for it.
Now with Hartman giving it over to Pasco. Pasco gets wrapped up on that play. Great tackle by number 4, Kavon Trout. First time tonight, really, that he was, actually second time tonight, that Pasco tried to push forward right in the middle of the field. Eventually brought down.
Yeah, as you can see right here, that offensive line just making holes and kind of missed a person there as he sneaks in and wraps his arms around Pasco there, as he was kind of shocked. As you can see, he's looking up, shocked.
I formation set now for the Leopards. One man moves right there. That's the fullback, number 46. Don't have a 46 on this roster, Devin, but it's still a false start on Belle Vernon. Ghost man out there on the field. Moving backwards, erasing that Pasco run. Clock continuing to tick. 4 minutes left before halftime.
I think if you're Belle Vernon, you want to not air this drive out. You want to run the clock out on this drive because you don't want this Greensburg Salem team to get hot.
Hartman gives it over to Pasco yet again, right up the middle, and erases that penalty and more, getting out to right where he was post last drive, or last run.
Yeah, you can see here, Pasco right off the shoulder of the blocker there, slips through and gets tackled. Great run there.
And if you're just joining us here tonight, Pasco already has 3 touchdowns, 2 40-plus yard rushes, along with Larry Calloway getting into the end zone. So all running as we expected in this contest. Hartman keeps it himself, tries to pick up the first down on third down. He'll be about a yard short, so now a fourth down right at midfield. Likely to see Belle Vernon punt this one away.
Yeah, you can see
Unless,
here.
actually, they're going to keep him out there for fourth down right at midfield.
Yeah, this is controversial call here, because if they don't get it, the Salem team can score.
Hartman pushes forward, and he will pick up the first down, and more on that one, about a gain of 2 on the play. But I believe you're talking about this drive for Belle Vernon. They were going to take a lot of time off the clock, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing as they move those chains with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in this half.
Yeah, they want to keep it on the ground. I wouldn't be surprised if they have more than 200, maybe 150-plus rushing yards in this first half. I would not be surprised if I would see that on the stats. But as you can see here, Belle Vernon trying to run this clock out as Pasco gets the ball right up the middle and breaks one tackle, and he's gone to the races. Oh, Mason Pasco. Great Zeke-type-esque run there, running downfield pretty much, and that's his 4th of the night.
It is his 4th of the night, and a great way to get into the end zone yet again. We're going to get that replay here for you right now as Pasco gets the football at the line of scrimmage, bursts right through that offensive line yet again, sealing off those running lanes for Pasco, and he just exploits them, gets into the end zone relatively untouched for his 4th touchdown here tonight. And another PAT, more special teams action for this Belle Vernon team, and we're going to have some more high school football action on CUTV as the score is 35-7 in favor of the Belle Vernon Leopards here from James Weir Stadium. Stay tuned on CUTV.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentwood. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium. 35-7 in favor of the Belle Vernon Leopards. Once again, Danny Beck joined alongside me. Here tonight is Devin Garina. And Devin, all Belle Vernon, all Mason Pasco.
Yes, and that's what we were expecting here pretty much. Thought it was going to be a little bit closer, but we did expect the rush game here today, and we will look at the touchdown right now. And Mason Pasco jumps off one, and he's gone. As soon as he gets in the open field, there's no way of catching him. But you can see Putt there tried to get him and just didn't have the speed.
Just going to say that's the only guy that would have been able to stop him on that one, the leading rusher for these Lions. But getting into the end zone yet again, 4th touchdown, leading this Belle Vernon offense as Mason Pasco. Haven't really seen Jared Hartman throw the rock much here tonight, but he really hasn't had to because Pasco has done all the work for him. And now Herzog, man who hauled in that touchdown on that last play, on that last possession, trips up at just about the 23-yard line. Give the tackle credit to Nolan Labuda.
Yeah, you can see here, he kind of tripped himself and gets the easy tap. So Greensburg needs to score before half here.
It definitely needs to score before half once again to just keep this game relatively close as Patrick at the line of scrimmage gives it off to Putt. Putt staying on his feet, forcing off some Leopards, but then they swarm him like raw meat in the wild, bringing him down in the backfield.
Yeah, he broke 2. As you can see in this replay, broke off 2 tackles, but was just stuck in the backfield there. And nothing much you can do there when you have 15 people coming at you to tackle you.
Yeah, almost put down on that one. As back at the helm, Trent Patrick. Patrick get this one, a design throw. Wide receiver screen, staying on his feet. As number 21, Tyler Williams, after a hit, he will go down, and I believe a timeout signaled on the field at 49 seconds. Officials likely to add some more time on this clock. As whistles were blown, the clock did not tick off. Clearly frustrated were Belle Vernon coaches. Said 54 seconds to put back onto the clock.
You got timeout, Belle Vernon. That's your 2nd and a half. And please reset the clock to 54 seconds.
And they will reset it to 54 seconds, but this Golden Lions offense really not able to do much. We said that they were going to be a second half team, but that's what they're going to have to be if they're going to want to stay in this contest. Looking at these upcoming broadcasts, tomorrow night, 6 p.m., the Coal Bowl, 10th annual Coal Bowl, as IUP travels to California to take on the Vulcans. And, you know, with Noah Mitchell at the helm for California, it's going to be a game of two tails and two teams because of the fact that California, 2 straight losses, now bounce back, 2 straight wins. We're going to see if they can continue their win streak at home. Last week, a big win against Edinburgh, as well as on October 5th, next Friday, North Catholic travels to Elizabeth Forward to take on the Warriors. And then October 6th, California goes to Clarion to take on the Golden Eagles. And Devin, tomorrow night's broadcast, I believe you're going to be on camera for that one, but next year you're going to see yourself announcing that game. That's always a fun one. A lot of ramped up emotion, a lot of hype around that game.
Yeah, giving me the butterflies right now. Getting excited for that game for next year, but getting back into this game, Greensburg is going to have to punt it to Belle Vernon, and this Greensburg team struggling.
Skyrocket punt, and then the ball goes right into the arms of the Lions. Oh, messed up play on that one as bounces right off the arm of number 9, Jackson Jewell. Gives the ball right back to the Lions. Sky-high punt. Almost lost it right in the lights as it went significantly higher than I think the punter wanted it, but it took a great bounce off the arm of a Leopard, and that's where the Lions will have it, right around midfield. 45 seconds left. We're going to see what the Lions can do on offense. A fresh set of downs. 1 man in motion. Patrick will keep this one himself. Stay in the pocket, feeling some pressure, and goes down on the ground. Great pressure there from the outside. Number 51, that is Kirk Populus on that one.
Brought down in the backfield, the sack recorded by number 51, Kirk Populus.
Yeah, just a great way to penetrate the offensive line there, and that's a tough one if you're Greensburg Salem. Seeing your quarterback get hit like that, and you're all the way 2 and 16 now. You're all the way past midfield, and you really want to score with 10 seconds left here.
Now Putt has some space, stiff arms one guy, and then is brought down. Great tackle from number 7 on that one, Jake Fine.
Yeah, Putt tried that stiff arm there, but didn't really work.
So at halftime, the score is 35-7. Stay tuned for some more high school football action right here on CUTV. See if Greensburg Salem can get back into this contest from James Weir Stadium.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Are you a visual storyteller? The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide on-site training as we help you develop your skills as a visual multimedia storyteller for the Cal Times newspaper and CUTV News Center. To learn more about visual journalism opportunities and join our team, visit our media production facility in the Natali Student Center or email the Cal Times at caltimes@calu.edu.
Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium as we have a halftime show, first presented by the Greensburg Salem Band, but stay tuned as we have Belle Vernon's band coming up next.
Kids are about 10 minutes from control, which when we move through courts, living such restrictions is often a good song. Feature our full ensemble in Vernon, weekend crazy everything going well.
was taken by storm with the 20th Century Fox mega-hit movie, The Greatest Showman, a movie that rewrote the stars of P.T. Barnum's life story. This wise man once said, "The noblest art is that of making others happy," and that is what the Belle Vernon Area Marching Band plans to do to you all tonight. Under the field leadership of drum majors Robbie Speakus and Gabriel Reed, they proudly present to you their 2018 show, The Greatest Showman. Are you ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Ladies and gents, this is the moment
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium, also known as the Beach here. And Belle Vernon Leopards are going surfing on their way to a 35-7 score here after halftime. Welcome back into the broadcast. I am Danny Beck, and alongside me is Devin Garina. And Devin, what a start to this game for Belle Vernon. First touch of the football by Mason Pasco. We're going to see here on the replay after the Stars and Stripes came off the field. Great entrance to the field and a great entrance to start this game. Mason Pasco breaking through the line of the scrimmage and getting into the end zone on the first touch of the football game.
Yeah, great run there by Mason Pasco. Just a great overall player here in Mason Pasco as another touch here. This was the second touch of the game and second touchdown of the game as he breaks through the line and busts out to the side and beats the defender to the end zone. This offensive powerhouse in Belle Vernon, I feel like if they face this TJ team, they could give them a run for their money.
They definitely could, led by Mason Pasco. Already has 4 touchdowns here tonight. Greensburg Salem scored once late in that second quarter. And we're going to see if they can continue that here into the second half. They had a monster second half. In the third quarter, they scored 21 points unanswered against Laurel Highlands last week en route to their school's 692nd win. Aaron Putt, almost a name that we haven't seen very much at all, Devin, in that first half of play. We're going to see if he'll burst onto the scene. But it's been really just Mason Pasco scoring 4 touchdowns, Larry Calloway tabbing on 1. This Leopards team came out strong, and they started fast, and they continued to do that the entire first half. DeJuan Herzog back to receive this kick along with Tyler Williams.
as the kick is away to get this second half of action started, and it will fly way back into the end zone for a touchback. Greensburg Salem start their first possession of the third quarter at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they really need to come out strong here. We saw in the last game they were tied at halftime and dropped a 21 bomb on them in the third quarter, almost like they have this burst after coming out of a halftime and just need to score here and need to get back in this game. They need to be able to keep the score even.
Just a motivational speaker, head coach for Greensburg Salem. Patrick is going to keep it himself, a little bit of a trickery right off the bat. As Patrick comes up a little bit slow on the play, but pick up about a gain of 5 on the play. So that's how you want to start off a first possession of the second half. But a run and get your offense off the ground.
Yeah, you want to get into the end zone fast here. So Greensburg, you need to get down the field.
Patrick in the backfield looking right. It's going to go right over to number 22, Jalen Page, before Belle Vernon gobbles him up. Looks like he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Forward progress, actually, will give him about a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27-yard line.
It's a great read there by the defensive back, and Belle Vernon just keeping his eye on the ball, making sure that you can get the tackle in open field, and that's what you like to see from the defensive backs.
3rd down and 3. Patrick sends one man in motion. He's going to give it over to Page. Page trying to find some space for himself to work with. Cannot. Now a 4th down. Went backwards on the play, about a loss of 2. So just like that, continuing how they started this game, 3 and out. There's an injured Leopard on the field. I believe that is Larry Calloway. Man that bounces back, shares snaps with Mason Pasco, so hopefully he bounces up and is okay. But, you know, starting off this third quarter, in the second half of play, we thought they were going to come out strong. But they start out 3 and out. That's not how you want to get started, Evan.
Yeah, that's not how you want to get started. And this is the bad thing with having a person playing offense, such a key player, playing defense as well. They can get hurt on the defensive side when they're not really at their prime and not really where they're needed as much as on offense. And you just would like to see a different approach. Maybe get some of the newer guys coming in, especially because we are almost halfway through the season. You don't want to get one of your star players, which he did tag along a 1 touchdown to this game, and kind of stinks if he is really injured. Hopefully not. Hopefully it is just a cramp, but that just shows if it is a cramp, stay hydrated on the sidelines. You got to stay in the game.
Yeah, and it did look like a cramp as training staff out there on the field rolling him out, trying to loosen that cramp up. But you said it right. Get those fluids pumping over, especially Larry Calloway. He's playing both sides of the football here tonight for Belle Vernon. And he is on his feet as he'll come off the field under his own power. Now special teams comes out for the Golden Lions. See what Belle Vernon can do on offense, continue their hot start. Mason Pasco, a little slow to get this second half of play underway. How about it, Devin?
Yeah, very, very slow, and just got to speed the game up if you are Belle Vernon. Get this game over with. You want to go into the next week with as many players healthy as possible. You don't want to have a stupid injury at the end of this game.
Punt is ready. It's up and almost blocked on special teams yet again. As now Labuda gets it, works over to the left, tries to cut it inside, gets across the 50-yard line. Great field position yet again for Belle Vernon to work with. Their first possession of this second half. See if they can continue their hot start.
Yeah, Belle Vernon, keep it on the ground. Run this clock out. If you're Belle Vernon, you want to run this clock out. Unless you do have bad blood with Greensburg, then you kind of want to throw some more points at them and show them that you are the superior number 2 spot.
And we were talking about before with Mason Pasco, third in the WPIAL in rushing here today, just padding his stats a little bit more. Get him creep up those boards. You like to see that, especially if you're a Leopard fan. If you're watching from Loggerheads here tonight, welcome to everybody from Loggerheads watching on Roku on our YouTube channel. Larry Calloway, the man that was injured on that last play, kind of got this second half of play started slow, but right there burst through the line of scrimmage. That line here tonight, we were talking about players to watch with Mason Pasco. Player to watch with Mason Pasco. This is a players to watch. This host of offensive linemen opening up holes on that offensive line and just allowing their running backs to get to work. Now a rush right up the middle with Pasco. He pushes forward, picks up a first down. A little short yardage situation, but same effect, moves those chains for the senior running back.
Yeah, just great pull under in the tackle there to get the hole wide open. And some of these linemen in Anthony Evans, Eric Obiak, and Anthony Reber, and Colin Pelota, if I'm saying it wrong again, I just can't get that last name right. But all you guys doing phenomenal jobs in the front here and making some big holes for Pasco to run through.
Now Andon in motion, looking to throw, throws it over to Andon. Andon's named for the first time here tonight. Looks like he'll break across the 30-yard line, get out to the 30-yard line. That's where Andon's going to be pushed out of bounds. Great throw over from Hartman out in the flat, and there was a flag on the play. I'm not sure what the flag is going to be on.
Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact.
Illegal helmet contact.
From the end of the run, result of the play.
Not targeting, so it's always good to see. Make sure that doesn't happen again, though. If you're Greensburg, Salem, have to play tough, but also playing smart, especially when you're down 35-7.
Yeah, that's big penalty there. Gave him about 15 yards on that one, and this is just great field position from Belle Vernon.
Labuda in motion, going across the set, get into mercy rule territory if Belle Vernon can get into the end zone here. Pasco running right at the middle. He's not afraid to lower his shoulder pad and run right over some people. That one, the man in his way was number 34, Kenneth Shea. And he got pushed down right away as Pasco ran over him. Callaway subbing out for the Leopards. Like a passing situation. We've had Callaway and Pasco lining up on either side of Jared Hartman to start this second half of play. Now in the I formation, Pasco gets the call, and the Golden Lions right there tackling Pasco in the backfield. Third and long now for the Leopards.
Yeah, this play shocked me. I kind of jumped up a little bit because Pasco just gets pummeled by number 46 from Greensburg, and that's just a great tackle by Phillip. So we'll see Belle Vernon line back up.
Still in that I formation set. Jared Hartman under center. Two wide receivers to Hartman's left. Gives it off to Larry Callaway. Callaway finding some space, gets it into the end zone. Second touchdown here tonight. Two different runners for Belle Vernon finding the end zone more than once already here tonight.
Yeah, and we called this game pretty much, except for the blowout that we are seeing. It's all running for Belle Vernon. They keep it on the ground. It doesn't matter if it's Pasco. It doesn't matter if it's anybody. Even the quarterback gets some runs in, and right here, as you can see, they're just putting the points up and flexing their muscles.
Now the PAT. Actually, Labuda is going to have to take it himself, and they will not get a two-point conversion. Not really an intended two-point conversion. Fumbled the snap, but nonetheless, Leopards up 41-7 here from James Weir Stadium. Stay tuned as we have some more high school football action right here on CUTV.
Hamilton Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium as there was a flag on the play before this one was even kicked away. Now Belle Vernon backing up. It was a personal foul. Unsure what the call was there, Devin.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. They said unsportsmanlike conduct, so must have been one of the Belle Vernon players getting a little talkative and trying to get their say, even though the score already shows their say in this game.
Definitely have to play smart. If you're both teams in the situation, kind of trying to get back into this contest are the Lions, and then for the Leopards, they're just trying to stay up in this contest. So both teams have to play with a level head. Now they're going to be kicking this one away at the 25-yard line. Likely great field position to start for Greensburg Salem, trying a little bit of a squib kick on that one. The Lions thrown down. Number 8 received that one for the Lions, Roberto Smith. He's listed as a quarterback, a 165-pound sophomore. We're going to see this touchdown here yet again. Larry Calloway zigging and zagging on his way into the end zone for another Leopards touchdown. But Devin, it seems like every running back for this Leopards team can find pay dirt.
Yes, every running back, even the quarterback, Hartman, we saw he got out, and he can push his way through the line of scrimmage, get these close first downs, and we'll see what Greensburg can say.
Now running out to the right side, Patrick looking downfield, throwing downfield, and it looks like this one will be completed. First big play situation we've seen from Trent Patrick, and that's going to be a first down and more. Huge play there for the Lions.
Yeah, you can see here everybody's focused on putt, and he just throws it straight into the hands. And he keeps the ball off the ground. Great catch there. And now you're in good field position.
You couldn't see exactly who came up with the football on that one. But nonetheless, moving those first down sticks even more down the field. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. His third quarter of play. Patrick gives the ball off to Page. Page trying to find some space over towards the left side, and the Leopards are right there. Tackle him down before any damage could incur.
Yeah, you don't want to see that, and you don't want to do that if you're a running back. Right here, you want to just cut right up in there, take that tackle. Just take the tackle and push your shoulder down and try and get some forward progress, maybe some forward yards. You don't want to bounce back out and lose potentially 3 to 5 yards. And now you're looking at a 2 and 14 situation here.
That's what it seems like the Lions have been doing most of tonight. Bouncing on the outside rather than going on the inside. Herzog now going on the inside, reversing field, switching back right into the bulk of that defense for the Leopards.
Number 1, Dijon Herzog, the ball carrier.
I believe will be a gain of 7 or 8 on the play.
Yeah, as you can see in this replay, they just finds the hole, cuts back in, and that's what you want to do. You want to get to the middle of the field and get some positive yards.
6:05 left. Now with Trent Patrick. One man in motion. Patrick gives it over to number 20 on this play, and he will find the end zone. Adam Kuchina, that's the first time tonight. That's the first time tonight he's got into the end zone. Another score for this Lions offense.
Yeah, just amazing play design here. The jet sweep has been working all game. Might as well do it again and break some tackles straight into the end zone for the touchdown. So we'll see what they do here now for the extra point.
Blockers down the field, getting Kuchina into the end zone. He's a senior, 5'9", 165 on the roster. PAT is up a little bit sideways, and that is going to be good. Came off the feet a little weird, but that was a little bit of taunting after that one. Quite a few players, and just trying to keep a level head right before we go to break, but score is now 41-14 in favor of Belle Vernon. Stay tuned for some more high school football action right here on CUTV.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Back to James Weir Stadium. Right before we went to break, there was a little bit of pushing and shoving from both teams. They were offsetting fouls, so nothing doing on that play, but a little bit of talking back and forth, Devin, for both of these squads.
Yeah, looking like there's a little bit of bad blood here, maybe some behind-the-scenes talk before the game that's just getting put out on the field now, and you just want to keep your head up. If you're both teams, you want to keep your head in the game, and you want to make it strictly football. Let the scoreboard talk, and Belle Vernon, your scoreboard's talking for you right now.
Scoreboard says 41-14 as the kick is away into the arms of Nolan Labuda. Excuse me, that's Mason Pasco. Pasco staying on his feet, finding some space. There is a flag on the play, but not before Pasco trots across the 20, the 10, the 5, into the end zone. But like we said, the flag at just about the 25-yard line. The official blew this one dead. Holding on Belle Vernon, so erase that huge run. Be 1st and 10, but at the 15-yard line. And we're going to look at this touchdown yet again from the Golden Lions.
Yeah, just a great play there. Just everybody falling into line, having an open hole, and right here on your screen, as you can see, Pasco a little frustrated with the hold on that one, with the taking away his big run back. So we'll see if Greensburg can put some more points on the board, or if Greensburg can stop, or if Belle Vernon can put some more points on the board. So we'll see what's happening.
For Belle Vernon now, you're just trying to go out and eat some time off this clock. Mercy rule is not in effect, as on that last possession, Greensburg Salem stopped that from happening. So now Greensburg Salem a little bit late getting over there, but nonetheless, it's going to be a rush up the middle. Almost saw a little bit of a mistake if Belle Vernon decided to drop back and throw the ball deep.
Danny, if you're Belle Vernon and you score here, when is it time to put the backups in?
You know, I think in this situation for Mason Pasco, because of the fact that he's 3rd in the WPIAL, I like to see him stay out as much as possible, but he just have a big play potential every single time he's out there on the field. Not an insult to injury as well, because he is the 3rd leading rusher in the WPIAL, so likely to see if they score after this. I think the 4th quarter, I believe, is when you'll see him sub out. Pasco gets the football right here and almost broke that one for a big play. I got out past the 20-yard line to the 23, but like I said, I'm pretty sure the 4th quarter is when they're gonna pull him out.
Yeah, I would do that too because you don't want to risk him getting injured or something bad happening to him, or even like maybe this trash talk. Maybe he gets into it with one of the opposing players. As you can see, he gets the ball again up the middle of the field. But you just want to keep him healthy and eligible for these upcoming games, so he can potentially overtake the first leading rusher in the WPIAL, maybe take that title or even get some more wins to add to the win streak.
Coming into this one, riding a 2-game win streak. Over on the sideline, the Belle Vernon Leopard is on a hoverboard, so they're clearly not worried about this one. The Leopard going around on a gold hoverboard on the sideline.
Yeah, he's just rolling around like Pasco's rolling around the field here, just scoring every single time. Basically every single time he touches the ball, it's something positive.
And Belle Vernon had to take the timeout, unsure exactly why, likely the play clock rolling down yet again. But right there on your screen, EF taking on Cardinal World North Catholic next week in Warrior territory. That's always a good game. Love going to EF, just like we love coming to James Weir Stadium here in Belle Vernon, one of those we have to do every single year. So love that stadium. Great atmosphere as well. Great concession stand, Devin. That's always a great place to go.
Yes, and that will be a good matchup, as North Catholic did end up losing to Derry 24-0, as you saw, as some of you may saw on the high school roundup show. But here's some more games in the future. Union at Carmichael's, West Mifflin at Ringgold, and Ringgold, as you said earlier, 0-5, kind of a little shook right now. If you're them, you don't know what you're doing wrong, and you kind of want to be in the ranks for the top 2 at least, or 3, but you're kind of not even breaking past the last place. So you kind of need that win against West Mifflin.
We definitely need the win against West Mifflin. As now Belle Vernon will track back yet again.
But yeah, that Elizabeth Forward Stadium and this Belle Vernon Stadium, we love coming here. Great atmosphere, good food, as well as the hot dogs here, amazing. I think they the hot dog score, I think they bumped it up a little bit and overtook first place. As you can see, it run up the middle here to Pasco. But yeah, great food here overall. And I think last year our buddy Ryan, he got ribs.
Yeah, wild. I was looking for these ribs, trying to sniff them out. They didn't have them. I was really looking forward to it. Also, steak and cheese, didn't have that. So, but penalized a little bit. I'm not sure what we're going to see on the hot dog score, but in my book, just a little bit off. I had to settle for a kibasi, which isn't that bad. I'm okay with it. But now a run again. Mason Pasco putting his shoulders down, trying to pick up some more positive yards. And every single time we see Pasco break through, expecting a big play. But now the Lions, they're adjusting to it. They're having these linebackers stay where they are in their spots. And that's how they're really slowing down Mason Pasco thus far, especially on the past few rushes. I like to see Pasco get into the open field, and he has, except the Lions quickly shut down those holes.
Yeah, just great reads overall by the Lions.
Run up the middle yet again from Belle Vernon. It looks like they're just trying to eat some time off this clock. Looks like they're going to give him the first down on the play, so moving those chains. And now the clock begins to tick yet again.
And there he is on your screen right there, the man of the night, Mason Pasco, third leading rusher in the WPIAL, and just amazing all-around player.
Definitely a force to be reckoned with out of the backfield. Not really losing much when they put Larry Calloway in at running back, and now I did not see a flag.
Yeah, they kind of just blew the play dead there. So
I believe Belle Vernon called a timeout. No time left on the play clock. And delay game. a late delay of game, it seemed like. Unsure what happened on that one.
Yeah.
Hartman kind of just pointed at the play clock and said now it says 0, but before it still read some time on the clock.
Yeah, a little delay on the delay of game, so maybe the refs should penalize themselves there maybe with that delay, but on to the game here.
Hartman under center. Give it off to Callaway. Callaway pushing forward his 6-foot frame and then eventually thrown back. Negative yards, but that clock continues to tick. So there's your answer, Devin. What are you going to do in the situation? You're going to put in your backups, and Larry Callaway is in now with Mason Pasco, but haven't seen him come back in. They're not losing much, like we mentioned. Larry Callaway's still a junior, still has a lot of experience for this Leopards offense, but we're going to see what they can do as the clock continues to tick. 1 minute and 30 seconds left before the fourth quarter starts. Callaway on the outside now, gets outside to the 40, out to the 42-yard line, and that's where he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And stay tuned, we are talking about that hot dog score. We're going to have that in the middle of this third to fourth quarter shift. Third down, clock stopped at 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Yeah, if you're Belle Vernon there, and if you're Larry Callaway, you want to stay in bounds there. Chew this clock. You don't want to get pushed out of bounds. Maybe just throw your shoulder down and try and run him over, or get down in bounds so you can get this clock running.
1 minute in motion. They're going to give it to him, number 28, Dane Anden. Anden's going to shrug off one, still on his feet. There's a flag down, but Anden's finding some space back on the middle of the field, switching sides. Gets into the end zone. We're going to see as the whistles come in yet again. This one will be coming back.
At the 42-yard line.
Like another holding on Belle Vernon likely here. For this roster, Devin, you see a lot of young guys on this team. Jared Hartman returning next year. Nolan Labuda returning next year. Hunter Rukkonen returning next year, number 17. The only really guy that is a threat on this offense other than the offensive line is Mason Pasco. They're going to have Dane Anden, who you just saw had big play potential right there. He's a sophomore. So a lot of this team is going to be returning. So this Belle Vernon team could be a threat in the Big Eight for many years to come.
Yeah, and that's what you love to see. You like to build your roster so deep that if you put a backup in, it's basically like have your starter in. He's just that good. And that's how it is with Larry Callaway and Mason Pasco. They're maybe not equally as good, but they're right next to each other, and they learn off of each other. Maybe Mason Pasco does something wrong and sees that Callaway does something right, and then they both learn off of each other here. As you can see, a pass by Belle Vernon here to try and get some yards, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to likely be another holding as Hartman had an open pocket. It will be a holding on Belle Vernon with 1 minute left. It's going to be a decline, though. Rather, the Greensburg Salem Lions will decline it. Bringing up a fourth down. Now special teams have to come out. We're going to see right there number 46. And that is unnamed. Yet again, another ghost player. Unsure if they switched right before this game got underway, but he will be the one called on the hold. Now brings up Cameron Guess yet again to punt this one away to DeJuan Herzog. Guess's punt is up and away, end over end punt. Herzog will not touch this one as it will continue to roll just about the 15-yard line, and that's where Greensburg Salem will set up with 30.3 left in the third quarter of play. And Devin, right now, Greensburg Salem, we were talking about there being a second half team. They have to show why they're a second half team right now to get back into this contest.
Yeah, because if you do not have a scoring burst soon, it's more likely to end up in a loss, and you need that burst of energy right now. As you saw, a little quick glimpse of the Twitter page there, CUTV_PAA is where we have Beep Boop Fast. It's a collaboration of a lot of photos from this game put to some music and sped up fast. So hopefully you can see that soon, as you see a run here by a putt stopped in the backfield by Belle Vernon's defense. Danny, if you are Greensburg, what are you trying to do to get in the end zone right now? They're stopping your run, and your passes are just getting unlucky. So what are you going to try and do here?
We saw a little bit of a sneak through with Trent Patrick throwing a ball over to his receiver on that last drive for them. And now this third quarter will end. I think right now you just got to play it tough. Big plays we know what you need to get into the end zone. But now we have that much anticipated hot dog score, something that we were talking about here earlier. You see right there on your screen, Belle Vernon. You hear the jump around, takes over Upper Dauphin. Could be due to the fact that Upper Dauphin ran out of a few things when we were there at CUTV's Game of the Week. Quite a few options were not available to us, but Belle Vernon didn't have that steak and cheese on that island.
But there is two separate up
Three
on this side, and then there's a third separate over on the opposite side, concession stands, and they all have different foods, but similar foods as well. But I stand by that score, 9.87. I'll take Belle Vernon in the lead here, even though they did not have the Philly cheesesteak that we were promised. But other than that, hot dog was amazing that I had, and the chicken tenders and fries were amazing. So kudos goes out to the concession stands here at Belle Vernon High School.
And Charleroi, they're always a school that, we historically ranked them up. It's closer to the top. Belle Vernon, another one. Last year, Ryan Kaufman wanted a perfect 10 out of Belle Vernon because of those ribs.
Yep.
But didn't get it. I believe Brownsville might have won it last year. Unsure. A little bit of home cooking from Gary Smith and a huge sack. Trent Patrick goes down in the backfield. Belle Vernon right there to gobble Patrick up. Great defensive effort from the Leopards.
Yeah. Great tackle. As you can see, he turns and he sees two big boys coming at him, and they just lay the wood on him. And it's hard to get back up from that one when you're down 41-14, getting hit like that. You need to just stick to the positive stuff and try and get some yards here.
Eric O'Black on that hit. As now Patrick tries to stay on his feet. The ball comes out. It looks like he was down on the ground, and that's what the referees will signal. But on that one, Patrick trying to do it himself, and that will bring up fourth down. So now Belle Vernon coming back out onto the field. Their special teams unit, they ate away some of that clock in their last possession, now with 10 minutes and 55 seconds left before the end of this game. The situation, Devin, it's getting dismal for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, I looked down, looked back up, and they're punting the ball again. I really didn't see 3 plays go off for these Lions, but we will see what Belle Vernon will do here. Maybe just run out the clock if they can have the 10 minutes to run out. So we'll see what they do here right in front of midfield.
They're still in enemy territory. That ball backed up right at the goal line. That's where they punted it. But Belle Vernon, another opportunity. You can see their upcoming broadcast for CUTV. IUP, another plug yet again, taking on California and Noah Mitchell's Vulcans. And then October 5th, that's a big game. I haven't seen North Catholic here in my tenure at CUTV, so that's always going to be a fun one, seeing a new team. North Catholic at EF in Warrior territory, and then California travels to Clarion to take on the Golden Eagles. It's always a fun one as well.
Yeah, that IUP, that Coal Bowl, I'm looking at Noah Mitchell and Nelson Brown, and I'm thinking we're looking good. We're on 2-win streak, and it'll be an interesting game.
Jordan Dandridge out. That's always fun, and this is always fun. Mason Pasco getting to the second level of defense, and flags come out. Late hit on that one. Mason Pasco just flexing his muscle yet again, running that ball right down the field into Golden Lions territory even deeper.
And here on the replay, he just goes through that line. That hole is huge. good job, offensive lineman, and kind of just throws him out of bounds. I don't really, maybe the throw after was what they threw the flag on, but it kind of just looked like a plain tackle to me.
A bang play. 2 fouls, both on the defense.
Against the defense, that's half the distance to the goal.
Personal foul on Greensburg Salem, half the distance to the goal.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
And unsportsmanlike conduct on Greensburg Salem.
So the play, first down.
Almost call 2 first downs on that one. I believe that's, I don't know how they do it, 30 yards in penalties, but now they're at, I believe they're going to mark at the 5-yard line. So some free yards picked up for Belle Vernon. Now they're in scoring position. Pasco right up the middle. It's to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, if you're the refs there, you want to keep the players safe, and that's the primary reason why they threw those 2 flags, I believe, just to show this Greensburg team that you can't just be going out there and trying to hurt or trying to talk trash. Even when you're down like this, you got to keep your head up, stay in the game, and try at least to get this last-minute effort to score some points.
Mason Pasco still out there for the Leopards offense. Hartman looking to throw. Hartman right into the hands of Nolan Labuda. Gets back into the end zone for the Leopards. Extends their lead now to 47-14, pending the extra point.
Yeah, I feel like the corner right there, as you can see on this replay, kind of fell asleep there, wasn't even in the frame. I feel like he was just looking at Pasco, thinking he's going to run right up the middle, and little did he know there was a cross route right there, a quick slant pass right into the end zone, and his guy just scored a touchdown.
Big slant on that one, finding the wide open receiver yet again. And the extra point is up. Splits the upright. Score reads now 48-14. Stay tuned for some more CUTV high school football game of the week.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Hello and welcome back into James Weir Stadium. Belle Vernon finding the end zone yet again. The arm of Jared Hartman into Nolan Labuda, extending their lead now 48-14. Welcome back into the broadcast. I am Danny Beck, and joining along me once again, Devin Garina. And Devin, now they extend their lead for Belle Vernon. We were talking about when they're going to put in backups. It doesn't look like they're going to put in backups.
Yeah, I think they do have a little bit of bad blood with this team, this Greensburg team, and they want to show them that you can't mess with us for the next couple of years. We have players that can do it, and they're sophomores. So, as you can see, this is a good return here by Greensburg, coming out to the 27, but they're just flexing their muscles on them right now. Belle Vernon's like, we have freshmen we can put in that can put some yards up. So as you can see on this replay again, the quick slant for the touchdown here, as that corner was indeed fell asleep over there. But Belle Vernon very deep in the depth chart, and they can basically have star players at every position. Every skill position, it seems like there's some guy that can perform. And we're going to see if Trent Patrick can answer back to this potent offense for the Leopards. Gives it over to Putt. Putt met at the line of scrimmage. Now a flag came out
on the play.
Number 26, Aaron
Throwing the flag back yet again.
Marker down on the play.
Something to mention as well, saw a little bit of a director switch. Dylan Godet behind the buttons in the truck. And it's going to be a holding on Greensburg Salem. Don't want to see that. That's a play that you don't really want to see ever, but earlier in the game rather than later, especially when you're trying to mount a comeback, a movie comeback for this Greensburg Salem team.
Yeah, as you can see, number 64, I believe, did grab his back there and threw him to the ground. Or it could have been 54 if I'm mistaken. I think it was 54. But we'll see if Greensburg can make that movie comeback, as you were saying, Danny. So let's see.
Friday Night Lights, something you definitely want to see, whether you're a fan of either team. And a tip from number 42 for Belle Vernon, Nico Kuntz, the senior, 6'2", 240 pounds, listed as a linebacker. A big guy there in the second level of defense.
Yeah, just great read by him there, as you can see in this replay. Just fakes the handoff. He kind of off-kilters himself, squares back up, and the ball is tipped, almost has the interception. And you can see that's why he's not a wide receiver, Danny.
Especially just knocking it down for the linebackers. Core of this defense for the Leopards. Give it off to number 20 for the Lions. And that is Adam Kachina. He already has one score here tonight. Now it brings up a third down ball, I believe, on the 20-yard line. Actually mark it at the 19. 3rd and 18, though, for the Lions.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Belle Vernon, you just kind of want to just not get injured. That's all you need to see. You need all your players healthy for next week's game so you can potentially get a big win.
Patrick back to throw, staying in the pocket. Rifling a ball right over in the middle of the field. That's big number Tyler Williams, number 21. Williams is off to the races, has a few men to beat. He's going to stay on his feet, get to the 10-yard line, dives into the end zone for a touchdown, but flag on the field. Bring this one back. Hate to see that after the effort out there on the field from the Lions trying to mount a comeback.
Yeah, you hate to see it here. As you can see, that's probably the hold maybe at the end there, but just a great pass there, and I'm kind of confused why they weren't passing it more often, because it looks like this man has an arm on him. That was a dot straight over the middle there. I did say earlier you should get these post routes and try and get to the ball to the middle of the field here. You kind of see it's wide open. But as you can see, there is a holding on the offense there. But it is wide open. Belle Vernon kind of leaving it open, kind of teasing them a little bit. But on that one, kind of unfortunate, because you want to come back in this game and you want to get some positives out. But this penalty bug has been here for both teams. And you don't want that going into next week, especially if you're Belle Vernon, having this huge league and then getting this late penalty bug where half of your touchdowns, the return with Mason Pasco, that got called back. Another touchdown got called back for Belle Vernon, and just on both sides, the penalty bug is here and it is biting.
It is here. It's prevalent for both sides. As Patrick staying in the pocket, feeling the pressure, rolls out to the right, puts his head down, a huge hit. You don't want to see your quarterback take that type of hit. Now that will bring up 4th down on the play.
Yeah, you do not want to see your quarterback take that hit, as this weekend I did see my quarterback take a hit like that in the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with a torn ACL, now out for the season. And as you can see right here, you don't want that to happen. You want all your players to be healthy for these upcoming games. And even me, I would have rather liked to see him maybe jump over the defender, and that one's a little Saquon-esque or Josh Allen-esque, because he did go very, very low below the knees here, as you can see the punt here by Greensburg. But it looks like there's a flag on the play. Could be roughing the kicker here. But Belle Vernon will return this and take it out of bounds at about the 36.
And Labuda takes it across the 40-yard line to the 35. This one, another penalty on the play. Good eye. Roughing the kicker on that one on Belle Vernon. And that will be a first down for the Golden Lions. We're going to see if we have a replay. I'm not sure on that one. Roughing the kicker, but Greensburg Salem will keep the ball. There is no replay. Is focused a little bit on that return man. Big play potential from Nolan Labuda, but Lions offense now have new life. 6:55 left before the end of this contest.
Okay, so let's see if Greensburg Salem can do something here. And Dylan, as you mentioned, is on the keys now, so, or the buttons, as you said. So he's doing a great job here. Just like to toot his horn a little bit. Doing a great job here producing and directing, Dylan. So,
and switching back and forth between camera on the field and director, as well as a weather person for his local radio station. So he's doing it all here tonight. He's not just, he hasn't just stopped at director and taking pictures for our beep boop fast. I don't even know what you guys came up with on that one.
Yep. He is all over the place, even all over the states, because that was the West Virginia, his hometown radio show.
Yeah.
And if you are in West Virginia and watching this on CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page, you can watch it wherever. You can be in Hawaii and watch it if you have Wi-Fi. So here's a pass by Greensburg, and just not there.
It's definitely not there. And you touched a little bit on, where you can watch it, watch our broadcasts. We're anywhere with Wi-Fi other than North Korea, I believe is the only one that you can't watch. But so we were doing a game in Mercyhurst, and a person was alumni actually was tuning in from Malaysia, I believe, or Thailand, one of those countries in the Pacific area. So it's just a great thing. Allows us as college students to get our voices heard, and it's all practice. We're all just doing what we like to do here at CUTV. Great opportunities for us last week on PCN across the state, 11 million homes. So another opportunity to showcase what we do here at Cal U.
Yeah, and this is a whole crew of college students being on the director too as well. Just all college students, great opportunity. And if you're not already with CUTV and you're watching this and you go to California, come down and say hi, maybe get involved a little bit. But back into this game, it's just clock is ticking away, and if you're both teams, you kind of want to see this. You want to see the clock tick away going into the next season, or going to the next game, not the next season, the next game, and just get out healthy, because you don't want anybody to get hurt in this game.
Definitely do not. As Greensburg Salem was favored because of their spot in the conference, and right there, Patrick gets the first down. Says if nobody else is going to help me, I'll do it myself on that one. Picks up a big first down for his offense, moves the sticks for the first time in quite some time. No penalties on that one. That's also a first. Seen quite a few plays ending in flags.
Yeah, the penalty bug is here, and it didn't bite on that play, but I wouldn't be surprised if it bit again on this drive.
And now Patrick gobbled up in the backfield by two defensive linemen for Belle Vernon. That was number 1, Anthony Bertram, and number 47, I believe it was actually Eric Oblock on that one.
Yeah, Eric Oblock, a defensive end here, and it's been prominent the whole game. He's been aware, and his name has been said a lot. So it's just what you like to see in this Belle Vernon defensive line. We kind of don't shed as much light as here. Greensburg takes it to the outside and kind of takes a hit there too at the knee area. So right here on the replay, almost a face mask, busts out to the outside and lowers his shoulder there on that one. But as we were updated, Charleroi big loss to Beth Center.
Yeah, big loss by 1. Fundy and Linkoski, sure, 2 names that could have seen quite a few times in a pass breakup at the line of scrimmage. Number 41, Mitchell Polott, that junior, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's a beast down there on the defensive line. Just kind of threw his hands up and batted it down like a center in basketball.
Yeah, another defensive end. He has the height for it. You see people in the NFL that have that type of height. We have DeForest Buckner, big, huge guy, and has that weight too. Just need to bulk up a little, but he is a great defensive end in this game and has been here. And we'll see Greensburg punt the ball away here.
Special teams yet again. Big for Greensburg Salem. This one is waved off for a fair catch. And smart play by number 85, Lucius Nikolai. Fell down on that one, trying to get another flag on the play.
Yeah, you don't want to draw more flags than you're getting. And here's, as you can see, as we were talking about earlier, our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1. You can watch it live, and you can play it back, too. If you miss the game, you can play it back on YouTube. Or if you're on campus, you can watch CUTV itself. It will be played back on the actual television channel.
On Sunday, it will be played, or your shift, actually, later on Sunday. But actually, if you see over there in the distance, damn, you can see the moon.
Oh, yeah.
That is a orange moon. Almost a little red on that one. See if that little next break, we can get a view of that. 28, new sub in for Belle Vernon. That is Dane Anden. Saw him a little bit in the passing department, but now he's subbing in the run game as well.
All right, and here you see the replay, a toss. And they have Pasco out right now. He's just chilling on the sideline, soaking up this win. We can safe to say that it is a win because, oh, and here is that orange moon. Looks like a movie scene out of like a TV show or a movie scene, like an.
It's like a horror film almost.
Yeah.
Anden keeps this one, gets across the 35 out almost to the 40. This will be thrown down at around the 38-yard line.
Anden on the carry.
Yeah, just great job by Belle Vernon, keeping it on the ground, keeping the ball progressive, and just getting these first downs after first down after first down after first down. Keep this clock running and get into this next week healthy and safe with a big win here.
It's now Hartman, gives it off to Anden yet again, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. As now a punch was just thrown actually from Greensburg Salem. Number 68, Corey Kontik. I'm not sure if the referees saw that one, but we're going to see on the replay here. I'm not sure if we'll have that, but.
Yeah, but a lot of.
I believe a punch was thrown. We'll see 68 wrestling right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to push him down.
There it is.
It looks like we will not have a flag, or excuse me, we won't have a replay
Clear.
of that one.
Yeah. But there was definitely
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the white.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Players ejected.
And player is ejected on that one. Unsure exactly who they
Right, here it
ejected.
is.
Actually, it was not 68.
Oh, it was right up in the middle.
Yeah, it was right in the
there.
middle of the field. See who's coming off. I don't see anybody for Greensburg Salem that had to leave the field. It's actually 69. Brad Weismantle, excuse me, came off the field. His jersey was bunched up a little bit. Couldn't find that number, as now the ball is out for Belle Vernon. And it looks like Greensburg Salem comes up with the football. So got a man ejected, but they still get the football right back.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see, though. A player being ejected, even if it is a player that can be replaced by a similar player. But right here is just a bad mistake by Belle Vernon, fumbling the ball and giving the ball up here to Greensburg Salem, as they have a sub in now. Number 8 will be on the field at quarterback.
Yeah, Roberto Smith, a 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. His first action at the helm here tonight. Likely doing exactly what Belle Vernon is with taking Mason Pasco out. Trent Patrick subs out. Quite a few subs in for Greensburg Salem now, getting everybody some practice. Now Smith forced to rush back, staying on his feet, making one man miss and then be thrown down, still in the backfield. About a loss of 7 on the play. So Roberto Smith, his first action, not how he wanted to start this game.
Yeah, as you can see here, he just bounces back and turns around. You can see right here, he tries to go up, fakes the one guy, but just goes straight down to the ground here. But if you're a quarterback here, you kind of just want to get down to the ground in that situation. You don't want to have a big hit, someone blindside you and potentially hurt you.
Roberto Smith not getting lucky, as he's had 2 snaps in a row that didn't go in his favor. It's now Smith a little bit frustrated, and, he has a reason to be. 2 bad snaps on that play. Now 3rd and 19. Clearly frustrated as he walks off the field. As they're going to have to take a timeout.
Timeout. Greensburg Salem, the first of the half.
Unsure with Roberto Smith. He's coming off obviously frustrated.
I think you saw the replay on the TV there or your phone screen, whatever you're watching it on. He did get thrown down at the end of that play, but that's just the way of football. You can't get frustrated about that if you're him. It's just bad snaps. Maybe that was it. I don't know. I just don't understand. You have the opportunity to play. You are in right now. You're in the ball game. Make the most of it.
His first action here tonight, and he's subbing out. Looks like he will not come back out onto the field with his offense. I believe number 7, Hayden Teska, is in at quarterback. As well next to him, number 44, Alexander Briggs, 5'9", listed as a fullback. He's a sophomore. And next to Teska. Teska gives the ball over to Briggs, and he will get to the 40-yard line. So pick up a few yards. And now with 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and if you are watching right now, hopefully, if you're a student, getting that homework done. Grades are the top priority right now in this, as Danny, you were saying earlier that you have a paper.
Got a paper due at 11.
This game has been a long one, though,
Yeah.
so it's kind of not your fault. You should email the professor. And
Should have done it earlier this week. Should have thought ahead, but I thought, maybe I'll be able to get this paper done. But misjudged the whole thing, just like Greensburg Salem misjudged this Belle Vernon team, because this Belle Vernon team has packed a punch. Now they're likely, this situation, 42 seconds left, I can almost confidently say that this game is all wrapped up with Belle Vernon. But riding now a 3-game win streak going into their next game. And that next game, they will be taking on Trinity, so that's a big game. That was actually the last time CUTV was here. They took on Trinity, but it's going to be a big game for Belle Vernon. Continue to ride this streak out and just continue what they're doing now against Greensburg Salem.
Yeah, Belle Vernon, as I said earlier when we saw the scores of their last games, 49 was the last 2 games of their score. And in this game, 48. It looks like they like to keep it in the 49, 48 range here, in the 40s. As you can see, Greensburg punts the ball away. Looks like a spiral in the air there, Danny.
Beautiful punt. Yes, that's something you love to see if you're a special teams fan, and now stopping inside the 10-yard line. Great punt, probably his best punt, because there was nobody in his face on that one. Ryan Thomas has had some pressure this entire night. Punts going up in the air, all different types of directions on that one. Beautiful spiraling punt, and it looks like that will put the cherry on top for Belle Vernon. Likely to just kneel this one away and get that clock a-ticking. But, Devin, this is our second week, announcing together. Last week on PCN, announced with everybody, really. I mean, everybody, unfortunately, but you. With Steve.
I was on
Dylan.
replay, though, so that's always fun.
Yeah, Steve, Dylan, and Colin on that PCN game. But we announced at Charleroi, I believe, was the first game that we announced at. Great opportunity to just get some experience. That was, I believe, my freshman year. I announced one high school football game, and then ever since it's just continue to get that experience. And now you're starting off, and with a lot of us graduating next year, you're likely to see yourself as the elite announcer, along with quite a few others on this crew. Just getting, it's all about experience. And here at CUTV, we're lucky enough to be able to get that experience and put it underneath our belt, put on that resume, and that will likely bring up the end of this contest. So, Devin, any last words here from Belle Vernon?
Just great game by Belle Vernon here. Mason Pasco, the man of the night. I'll say that with confidence because he was all over the place. He even threw for a touchdown, but it was called back by a penalty. So just an amazing game by Belle Vernon. Great fight by Greensburg Salem as the final score is 48-14 here. Danny, take it away.
Yeah, next game that we're going to be announcing tomorrow, IUP at California, the Coal Bowl, 10th annual Coal Bowl. You see right there on your screen, September 29th. That's at 6 p.m., so stay tuned to our CUTV Sports 1 YouTube page, as well as all of our other outlets of social media for that one. It's going to be a good contest, just like it was here today. But for everybody on the crew at CUTV, for Devin, Karina, I was Danny Beck. Thank you for watching CUTV's Game of the Week right here on CUTV.